Hi friends, welcome to Lying Around Sewing. Today I'm going to do a voiceover for a much needed cleaning on my sewing room. So I hope you enjoy this quick little time lapse as I talk about my plans for 2026 and what's going to be different for my business and what I'm going to hopefully improve on or change. So, starting specifically with YouTube, you might have already noticed that I've been posting a lot of shorts. I'm really enjoying this. I got this idea from Pat Flynn. He's Deep Pocket Monster. In his book Lean Learning, he talks about how on his shorts channel that he made for opening Pokemon cards, he gave himself a goal to do just 60 days of shorts and just not give up. And that's my plan for the first 60 days of the year. I'm sorry if you get annoyed. I just want to stick with it. I'm not expecting to blow up or anything, but I do want to see how things change. I want to look at the analytics of it, especially on the short side, because I've done a lot of long form content for a while now, and I just want to try something different and see how this does. And I plan to keep posting shorts after this, but it's not going to be daily. I don't want to overwhelm people, which is also what I feel like I'm doing right now. A lot of my followers right now are probably seeing a whole lot of shorts, and I'm sorry. I hope you don't get sick of it, but in 60 days it'll be done. And the plan for this too is to use the content that I make for YouTube on other platforms too, but YouTube really is my priority, and then Instagram is like my second priority. That's where a lot of people I think reach out to me, and also for stories is helpful, and for posting about conventions and keeping a convention list on there. But I really love YouTube and I want to focus on that because I also want to focus on tutorials, and that's the next thing that I want to do for 2026. I really want to do more teaching and tutorials, talking about patterns. Teaching people to sew is something that I really love to do. I also love learning new things and trying to figure out how to make new products, or, your favorite character that you see on TV. So I would love to share that with others when I figure out how to do it as well. And it also helps that looking at my analytics, like my most popular video is my link hat, which is one of my oldest ones too, but it really gets a whole lot of views. It's one of the top ones for my revenue, and it never, like, when you look at the timeline, the like graph, it goes up. It never like drops down. Like the Artist Alley videos, they get a lot of views in the beginning, but the only people that return to those videos are people that are like looking maybe once a year to see how last year went. So I like the idea of having more content that people are going to come back to, like Halloween time. Everyone's going to look up, how do you make an elf hat? And they're going to find my link video on how to make a link hat, and that's going to happen like every Halloween, if not Christmas as well, because it's an elf hat. You can use it at Halloween, you can use it as Christmas. So I like the idea of making more videos like that, making content that people are going to watch more, that people are going to come back and watch again. I love a good tutorial video, and that's the plan for YouTube. Also on YouTube, I plan to do more lives. It's really hard with the baby because I don't want to have to stop my stream midway to help and like take care of the baby if she needs something. But I also don't want to do it at nighttime when she's asleep, because that's the only time I get to game and play with my friends and have a little me time with the adults. But I'm hoping my grandma will stick to the Thursdays and watching her on Thursdays. It's just been really weird at the beginning of the year because Christmas was on a Thursday, and I think New Year's was also on Thursday, and then I had a dentist appointment the first Thursday of the year, and it was just a lot. So we're still not on track yet, but hopefully when we do, I think I might try Twitch for this year and see how that goes. And kind of also how I'm doing this short form content, get the analytics, do some tests. I kind of want to test some things over on Twitch, but I will let everyone know, especially in my Discord, if you want to join that. That's where I will share that information and post about when I'm going live. Moving on to talking about conventions for 2026, I don't have a lot lined up, but there's still time to plan some. I have MegaCon in March, then I have LCTC, which is Lexington Comic and Toy Convention in Lexington, Kentucky, the weekend after that, after MegaCon. And then I just applied for one in April, which is a one-day show in Kentucky. I think it's April 25th. And then let's see, May. I don't think I have anything on June. I think I'm going to apply for one in July. I'm waiting for them to, I think it's going to be another PokeCon. I'm waiting for them to release some table information and how much it's going to cost. But July, like 12th, I'm looking at doing a one-day show. And then for August, I don't think I've missed them yet. I've looked it up, but Otakon applications, I am hoping to apply again to Otakon and see. I know it's like all lottery now. If I get in, I'll have to, figure some things out with the baby. But I do want to apply because I do want to go to it. I think that would be a good middle of the year convention. Same with MatsuruCon. That one's like at the end of August, beginning of September. So having those two at the end of the year would be really good if I can get in, because then for the end of the year, you have Halloween and Christmas, and I'm usually booked like online orders for that. So if I don't have a convention at the end of the year, I'm okay with that. But I do need some middle of the year summer conventions to help with income. And I think MatsuruCon and Otakon are the ones I'm going to try for. They are both like the 50-50 fan art rule, which I'm improving on that hopefully this year, adding some more, even just like animal hats. I would love to have some dragon hats and like cat hats, but I'll talk about that later in the next category. But yes, one day conventions are going to be my go-to to get a little extra income on top of my online orders. And that's kind of it for conventions. There's, like I said, some one-day ones that might pop up, but those are going to be my big 3-day conventions. I still am trying to be able to spend a night away from my baby, so it's hard. I haven't done it yet. I've spent like a whole day, but I always came back at night. Kind of piggybacking off of the conventions, I'm talking about the farmers market. We have our first meeting in January 23rd or something. I'll get more information then, but I think I've decided I'm going to do just pay by the Saturday so that I don't feel like I'm committed or like I owe anybody anything. But then again, I was thinking a little more, and I thought it would be cool to bring my embroidery machine. I was gonna do that last year, but then the people I got placed next to I really liked, and I would have had to move to go on the wall with electricity, and I didn't really want to move after I got to liking them. So I'm hoping maybe I try at the very beginning to get on the wall with electricity, and then just bring my embroidery machine and bring some things that I can embroider, maybe like the dog bandanas, the bibs, maybe make some baby blankets, maybe even some aprons if I can whip those up pretty quick, and just offer like embroidery. I could do the beanies too, but those will like run out of season, so I might have to like see about embroidering ball caps, like baseball caps. But I think I might do that because just the whole setting up the whole booth for like 4 or 5 hours is just not fun. So I could bring just a small amount of stuff, but then I feel like I'm missing sales if I don't put up my whole display. So that's why I'm thinking the embroidery machine, and I just have that, the tent, a chair, and like a table in the back of my car, and that's it. And then I just set that up and with the products that I can embroider, and that's it. And then I can just pay the $12. I'm not sure how that'll work with if I'm not there every single weekend, but I'll have to ask the head person of that and see what she thinks. But that's my plan for farmers market. I did enjoy it, and I do want to do some. I assume that they'll let me back in. She messaged me like personally, giving me the details of the meeting, so I assume I'm not like I think they liked me. So I think we're good. Now I want to talk about Lying Around Sewing as a whole for 2026, some ideas that I want to do and plans that I have. I'm not doing anything like crazy. I think I'm going to focus a lot on hats this year. I already feel it in the beginning already. I'm really focusing on hats for MegaCon and LCTC, and I love the idea of that. So I think I'm going to hold on to it and keep going. I want to bring back my Digimon hats that I used to make all the time. I want to bring back some of the Adventure Time characters that I've done that I haven't done again lately. Pokemon characters that I haven't done in a while. And then I have My Little Pony, but I want to do some more My Little Pony. So I'm really excited to branch out. I know I do a lot of Pokemon and I love Pokemon, but I do know that there's other fandoms out there, and I would like to reach out to them as well. I want to be appealing to these other fandoms as well. So, focusing on hats, again, we talked about like shorts versus longs on YouTube. The pattern part kind of goes into this as well. There's a lot of patterns that I do and I take them to conventions like the Koroks, the Squeakoids, Demogorgons. Some of them are online, but I would like to take some of the patterns, like especially the in the hoop embroidery patterns that I have, and share them and sell them with other people. Some of them I want to do free, and I want to figure out how to do that on my website and not like a Google Doc. But I want to share more of those because I'm not going to be able to get to as many conventions as I want to this year, and I want other people to be able to take them and use them because otherwise they're just sitting here. And yes, I make a few here and there, but if I can make a little bit of money off this like Korok pattern and then somebody else can make some money off of it too, that sounds like a win-win for everyone, I think. So I'm gonna try that. Like I said, the Korok, the Squeakoid, there's a lot of patterns that I want to like tag team and use them for YouTube videos and YouTube shorts as well. Like my Dino Chicken Nugget, I'd like to share that one. My Demogorgon video since Stranger Things, the last season dropped, has been blowing up. And I want to remake a Demogorgon short. I think it would be really popular, but I haven't got a chance to yet. So I know, probably missed opportunity. But speaking of patterns and like selling on Etsy specifically and stuff, I think this is just Etsy. I didn't look at my webpage, my website specifically, but my patterns, like my hat patterns and the embroidery patterns and in the hoop stuff on Etsy, I made like $1,000 just off patterns. So that was passive income that I did the work ahead of time and just put it up for people to buy. And that's what I want more of, because it is harder with the baby, with working like part-time jobs and also doing this business and also doing conventions. Like, it's a lot. And I don't know how much more I'm going to get to do, especially if we have another kid. That takes away even more time. So if I have more passive income before that, having a good like palette, if you will, a good blanket of some passive income would be really nice. That way in the lower months when I'm not getting as much for conventions or online orders, I'm at least getting a little bit from people buying my patterns and stuff. And I guess this could go with passive income as well, but I love the idea of making a coloring book or a children's book. I've technically done a coloring book that I printed at home, and I gave it away for free at the first Danville Comic Con that I did. It was about my axolotls, and that's what I would like to do again. But I would like to do a bigger coloring book and do potentially through Amazon like I've seen people doing. And I guess that's the same I think you can do with the children's book as well, because I've been reading a lot of children's book now that I have a baby, and some of them aren't that great. I'm gonna be honest. And I look at it and I'm like, I could make a children's book. And that's what my mom all the time, she's like, you should turn these characters into a book. You should write a book, make a children's book. And I would, I would love to. I would love to for my mom. But also, how cute would it be to give my daughter a book and be like, read it to her and be like, yeah, oh look, this has mommy's name on it. That mommy wrote this book. Mommy drew this book. How cool is that? So I would love to do that. I don't want to set it as like a hard goal for this year, like I have to write a book. But in my downtime, I would like to work on it a little bit at a time. I already have like the basis of it. It's gonna rhyme because I love a good rhymey children's book. Like if you've read the Llama Llama Red Pajama, that's a great book. After a while, it gets annoying, but that's a good book, and I love it. So I think I can do it. And again, I'm not expecting to be blowing up with the money. It's more of for my family. It's more for me and my baby. But those are like all my ideas for 2026 put out there, and I'm sure I'm missing some stuff, but I'm looking at my list and that is what I have written down. So maybe I just talked really fast through it all. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed some cleaning. I probably had to speed it up really fast to be able to get all the cleaning and fit the voiceover, but I probably cut out a lot of boring stuff too. I think cleaning the closet part was my favorite in person, and also probably looks the best on video. I, however, did not like cleaning the floors. That's the first time I've like mopped these floors since we put this in here, and it's textured, and I love that gray hides like dirt and stuff from the dogs, but since it is textured, the mud and dirt does stay in the like little bark looking things, so that's annoying. So now I know I want gray floor in the future, and it to be slippery enough for me to have to wear slip resistant shoes in my own house. That's how silky smooth I want it to be. I don't want any texture on that floor. Anyways, thank you guys again for watching. I can't wait for 2026. I hope you guys are looking forward to it too, and I hope it is starting off good for you. Also, I forgot to mention this in the YouTube thing. I'm not going to try to post a long form content every week. I'm going to just aim for every month. Same with the lives. I'm not going to try to post or go live every week, but I would like to go at least once a month. And again, in the Discord is where I'll have like that information. I'll give you guys a heads up. And also on Instagram usually is where I give everyone the heads up. But I love you all so much. I really appreciate you guys and supporting me, and even watching this video, just watching supports me. So thank you, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.